Hello, welcome back to Mindful Musings. I'm Dee Dee, your host. This is Sophie. Oh, what a wonderful morning. Sophie has agreed to come on. Oh, okay, you want to get down? Okay. Anyway, I am an energy alchemist, a sound bowl practitioner, and an intuitive. This is my beautiful Sophie. She's got two other sisters, or cousins, or whatever you want to call. But yeah, we got Asia, Pacer, and Sophie. So she wanted to grace you with her presence, because that's what Sophie does. Thank you, Sophie girl. Anyway, how are you? Oh my goodness. It's morning. Cat fur. Coffee. We'll be switching to more water soon, because remember how important it is to stay hydrated. So very, very important. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base. I just felt the urge, the nudge. Don't exactly know what's going to come through. I'm trusting my spirit team to help me out here. I would venture to say that there's a great many of us who are experiencing or being triggered by the events in beloved Los Angeles, the city of angels. Just remember what a beautiful image that is, the city of angels. And know that angels are all around us, and angels are protecting. This is all divinely orchestrated. There is protection. What happens is meant to happen, as that sounds, but believe that there is a greater good happening. And it's not just LA, it is all over. It is worldwide, where the people are uniting and reclaiming our power, and the power of unity and love and taking care of each other. That is what the future is. That is what the now is, actually, right now, since we're all coming together and uniting. So as best as you can, please come back to that place of neutrality. Yeah, you're gonna get triggered. I know I've been triggered, and I know I was living in LA at the time of Rodney King's, and the last time the National Guard was called in, but that was a different situation. But so what I have been choosing to do is allow myself to feel the upset, knowing that something is not healed inside of me. That something is there that has triggered me, that has triggered this rage, has triggered this worry, to take a look at it and allow full expression. If you need to go dance it off or go work it out at the gym, that's a punching bag, boom, boom, boom. I love that. Whew, that felt good. Allow the emotions to flow, and give yourself permission to experience them, to experience the full rage without hurting yourself, without hurting anyone else. And in that expression and acknowledgement, no longer suppressing it, allow it to come up, then you can release and heal, and then move forward more whole than you were before. That is part of the ascension process, as we remember who we are. the old wounds are surfacing. They will continue to surface. And we have to face our shadows. We gotta face those aspects of ourselves that we've been judging, that we have alienated ourselves from, that we have suppressed, in order to become whole and complete and balanced, as above, so below, as within, so without, so that we can embrace the diversity, so that we can embrace that, yes, there is darkness, yes, there is light, and it's about balance. We have to learn acceptance of those aspects of ourselves that perhaps we didn't want to look at. That's what a lot of this is, because at least for me, and I'm remembering this again, going through the emotions, but I know from experience that if I react impulsively or out of anger, out of rage, out of righteousness, the result isn't what I want. So ask yourself, keep asking yourself, what do I want? What am I doing? And is that doing creating the result that I want? Or is it creating a rippling effect of something else? This is all about accountability and ownership, sovereignty of our energy field. Do not allow anything out there to penetrate this and disturb your calm. And when it does, know that it is an opportunity for blessing, for learning, for growing. Because we're divine beings having that human experience, so that we know what this is all about. Have compassion with yourself as this stuff comes up, and it will continue to come up. But please, to the best of your ability, come back to the place of centeredness. Come back to your heart. Your mind is going to trick you. Ego is going to trick you into thinking, well, I'm doing this because I'm righteous and this is... Bring it into the heart. Let heart coherence lead you. Because when we can come into that place of stillness, then we can access what is the greatest thing we can do or not do. We will know what constitutes right action. Because remember, if we are putting out, emitting rage, anger, disgust, againstness, that is just feeding into that lower consciousness, that lower vibration, and it will continue to perpetuate that. And believe me, I am not saying that the anger and the outrage and the frustration and the hurt and the fear is not real. It is real because you're experiencing it, because I'm experiencing it. It's just, do not let it run us. Experience it throughout, and then release it and come back to the sovereign center that you are. From that place, you'll know what constitutes right action. And if we do go out, perhaps, and join others in protest, really be honest with yourself in what you are doing. And perhaps the best protest is to be holding the light, even if you are in that midst of people. Hold the light, hold the calm. That is what we perhaps can do differently this time, that we didn't do back in the 60s, back in the 90s. That more and more of us can stand in our solidarity of love, of sovereignty, and emanate that energy that can dissipate this chaotic, this divisiveness. Does that make sense? At least that's what's coming in, is feel your emotions, because I think Tracy and I were talking about that in the our group, our joint video together. We have been in a society that has taught us to suppress our emotions, and this is now all about feeling it so that you can transmute it, so that you can alchemize it. Okay? That's where the power is. Seeing what else is coming in. A whole bunch of stuff. One thought, please. Compassion. And please have compassion for yourself, because this is going to trigger things that we did not want to see in ourselves or in the world around us. So bring in lots and lots of forgiveness, compassion, love. See through the eyes of the soul. Bring your perception to the higher perspective to be able to view it from a higher place as to what is going on. Because when we are in that place of reaction, all we're doing is fueling that fire of againstness and rage and feeding what the dark forces want us to feed, which is creating further separation, further divisiveness. We must not continue on the path of divisiveness and againstness and making others wrong. We must come into this place of unity. Am I saying it's easy? No, it's not. It requires a lot of self-discipline and a lot of self-reflection about what we hold inside ourselves and what we may judge inside of ourselves. But this is about us being unified within and without. We're in the midst of it. We are so in the midst of it right now. But please know that the divine has a plan, that we are part of it, and to hold true inside yourself. Do not give in to the fear. And when you do, release it and come back. Disengage from the frenzy of that news. Because remember, we're not getting the full information. We are getting snippets of information designed to rile us up, designed to create chaos. There is so much more that is peaceful and loving and good and showing the better angels. Get your spidey sense active and pick up on that when you're losing hope on humanity and focusing on this one snippet that is showing the chaos. bring your sights out and then take a look at all the good that is happening. And remember, there is a lot going on behind the scenes and energetically that we are not privy to. Change is upon us, and we must hold that space for the change to occur in a way that unites us. It's going to get messy. It already is. It's probably going to get even more messy. But our job as light workers, as way showers, as sensitives, as healers, is to hold space, is to hold light. To show others also that it is okay to have our emotions, but show and be a teacher of how to alchemize them, to how to experience them and then let them go and come back to center. So they're not running us. They're not running you anymore. The heart balanced with the mind. Then make sure it's the higher mind, not the egoic one. The egoic is what wants to create separation, make us, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm better, you're lower than. You feel that, or you start thinking of that, I challenge you to stop yourself in your tracks and say, what am I doing? And then apply the love and the understanding so that we can heal. This is a profound time in our lives. This is a profound time for our planet and for humanity. And we're in the thick of it. That being said, remember grounding, center of the head from the place of neutrality, bringing in divine energy, that cosmic energy, and keeping your energy field as clean and clear as possible. Merkaba, this triangle to this triangle. I had a dream, I guess, this morning. The vision was one, the dream was a huge storm taking place, tremendously dark clouds, and the lights going out, but yet bringing people into the shop for shelter. Here, come in from the storm, for shelter from the storm. And then walking outside, looking around, seeing the darkness, seeing the clouds, seeing the storm, but not being afraid. And then looking up, and there was a patch of blue sky. And in this blue sky, suddenly were these white clouds, and it formed a circle. And then these two triangles, one going up, one going down. And whoever I was with, I would say probably one of my spirit team members, we looked up and went, wow. I said, did you see that? And it left. And I said, whoa. And it formed again, the exact same thing. And I went, wow. And we said, ooh, star code, light code. These symbolizing unity, higher consciousness, and bringing in the stability, the harmony, and the movement, the circle of movement. It was, I don't know, it was for me a feeling of hope and of peace and of calm, and knowing that this is what we are working on. This is a great transformation. This is transformation. Great transformation is occurring. Yes, the storm is around us, but we are choosing to be the calm amidst the storm. inviting those in who wish to seek shelter from the storm, providing shelter and calm amidst the storm and the chaos. Okay? Well, I think I've probably gone long enough. I may come back in just a bit and maybe pull an oracle card. Apparently that's what Spirit wanted me to talk about. Again, take what works for you, discard the rest. That's free choice. That's you trusting yourself and what resonates with you, what using your discernment. Please, if you've liked this video, please like, subscribe, and share it so we can share with the community, grow our community. But please, please, please take care of you. Come back to who you are and remember joy, gratitude, drinking lots of water, not necessarily coffee, but hydrate the water that has been infused with love and peace. We're in this together. We chose to be here at this amazing time on the planet. Remember, we're not alone. Remember, we are guided, we are protected. It's happening, folks. We are shifting the consciousness, one sovereign being at a time, reclaiming our power. And then the collective, we the people, are uniting in a higher consciousness. Believe it to be, and so it will be. Remember, thoughts create things, so think the good ones. Okay? Much love. I will probably be back in just a short while, and we'll do an oracle card reading. All right. Thank you so much. Keep breathing. Remember that. Breathing, grounding, hydrating. We got this. Much love. Namaste.